I'm gonna react to Channel 5 with Andrew Callaghan. He was over there kind of assessing and interviewing some of the people there. But just look at the background before we even press play. Like, you could barely see anything. Everything's scorched, and it's just destruction. I'm telling you, it looks apocalyptic.
There was no help, no fire department, not in our area. We didn't see one until now that they're coming by.
On the flip side of that, I can sit there and say, well, you need to do something about the homeless cabins. A lot of the fires lately, especially in California, are the homeless. Also, the dismanagement of the forest. It's just a situation like this. You had the Palisade fire start, and then you had this one start. You're stretching the resources.
The firefighters, they're stretched thin up here. They've helped as much as they could.
But you're really not going to stop when fire like this.
Bro, I've never seen anything like this. It feels like literally like an apocalypse. This is my old elementary, engulfed in flames right by my mom's house. Yeah, bro, everything just going to shit right now.
So many memories
Over 40 years.
just wiped by a fire. It's
Just seeing stuff like this just
so
brings me to
sad,
tears,
dude.
bro. I just had to go water down my homie's house, took his bird. Homie was just chilling. He left him there because he left him last night.
Damn.
I can't leave
Oh,
animals there, bro.
man.
No animal, no life.
Yeah,
left
imagine-
behind.
Yeah,
Like,
what up? We were in,
okay, there was
Pasadena, California.
casualties, human casualties, but
There's smoking
imagine
fire
all the
around
pets
us.
and all the
10
things that
people
had
have
to be
been
left
killed in the
behind.
devastating wildfires
Fuck.
in Los Angeles.
This is one of the 5 wildfires that have broke out in LA in the past 24 hours.
I don't know, it just keeps sparking up back by itself. It just doesn't turn off.
As you can see, unfortunately, this house did not survive. Still on fire. Pretty depressing. We're going to talk to some people around here and see how they're being affected. So let's get into it.
And there's a large population over there.
As you
Like,
can see, my house burned this morning. We just lost everything. Thank God that we're all alive, that we were able to evacuate and, go to safety until now that we return back to see our house gone. This is unreal. We've been here for 13 years. Everything is,
Man,
is gone.
I
We didn't even get a chance
honestly-
to actually
I
take
can't
anything out of our
imagine
house.
having to
Anything in the house in
leave
particular that you feel
forcibly.
like you're
Well,
really
not
sad about
yeah,
not being able to get?
forcibly.
Our
because
family pictures.
You're ordered to evacuate.
Our dog
Leave
ashes.
everything you
We
own,
had 'em
what you worked
cremated and
for,
they were in our house. And
the
just
places that you
personal
created
belongings.
endless
Everything else
amount
is
of
material.
memories.
It can be
Leave
replaced.
that
The
behind.
memories,
Come back and
when they were young, my
nothing's
kids
there.
Were young. We'll never
but
get
just
those
pure
pictures back.
ash and
What's one of your favorite memories here?
We had a pool, so
Yeah.
family time,
Fuck.
barbecues, summer. This is the place to be. I think first time coming into the house, pool wasn't ready, but our dog decided to jump in, so we went after
He
him.
actually fell in the pool and he went in a swampy pool and rescue him from drowning.
Oh, you did?
Because he didn't know how to swim and he was running around in circles
so
and fell in
sad.
the pool. So
Was that the same dog whose ashes was in there, or a different dog?
no, it's the same.
Nike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Nike.
same. Yeah, the same matches.
What kind of dog was Nike?
A bull terrier.
Yeah, that's the pool.
We had a pool table over
Wait,
there.
ashes.
It's gone. This is the back house to the house. You can't see not even one room. It's a two-story house.
As far as like fire insurance, is that something that you had?
I hope so. I mean, yes, that's one of the things I remember talking
But
to
how
our
many
agent,
people
State
don't have
Farm,
it?
and hopefully we do have that insurance.
State Farm
I feel like
canceled
if you
hundreds
live
of
in
homeowners'
California,
insurance
you
policies
need
for residents in many of the
fire
same areas in the path of the Southern California
insurance, 'cause-
wildfires. The insurance company's reasoning for canceling policies was due to concerns about the increased frequency and magnitude of wildfires in the state. The company deemed the decision a necessary
Fucking
business
typical, dude.
strategy.
I was talking about this with my mom. I was telling her like, oh, the services put in place to help people do the opposite. They don't help. I know this is a controversial hot take, but I feel like insurance companies, fucking government assistance, like to the people that actually need it, they don't. After my grandfather died last year, my family everything has been flipped basically like 180, right? And everyone was just contemplating about like, we got to be ready. We got to set this in place. Oh, a lot of people apply to life insurance because you never know, right? Um, my aunt did it. My sister did it. My mom tried to get me on life insurance, and we all have like health issues. So you would think like, oh, higher risk of God forbid anything. But yeah, no, we were denied because of the health aspect. A lot of health insurance, like people that actually need it, life saving, get denied. People who live and struggle that need, let's say, food. They struggle to support themselves with food. Like for instance, I'm 28, right? I live alone. I work part time because let's be honest, nowadays everything is part time. Instead of finding full time or companies hiring full time employees, they rather for instead of hiring 25 full time people, they rather hire 50 or 75 part time people. I don't know why. Everything's like that now. And it doesn't, you barely scrape by, you barely manage, but like you pay the bills and that's all you can really pay. But then you have to buy food and you don't have any. You sometimes you go starving, struggling. And so people who actually need it apply to food stamps or snaps, and they get, even the people that do get accepted at first get denied afterwards. And it's so fucked up, dude. You would think people in California with a high chance of like wildfires and stuff like that would they would have their backs, but it works like fucking, I swear it works. It doesn't work like it's supposed. Like, I don't know. I get it. Oh yeah, the of course it's like to save money or whatever. Oh yeah, money, 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 money. This fucking world just sucks, man. This society sucks.
To prevent, quote, financial failure.
I sent her the picture of the house when it was burning. So, she's going to give me our policy number and help me out with whatever I can.
Well, I hope that insurance covers a lot of this stuff. That's what it's supposed to do, right?
Yes, I hope so. We'll see what happens when we reach out to them, if they can help us. But everything else, it's gone.
Do you have an email address for people out there who might want to help you and get in touch with you?
They'll probably
Sure.
try to
It's
cut corners and
Estrada.
shit.
That's ESTRADA_S@yahoo.com.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know it's a sensitive time, so thanks for giving us the time of day. I appreciate y'all very much.
Unlike the Pacific Palisades area on the west side, an affluent area where many celebrities' homes unfortunately burnt down, Altadena is a diverse, working-class suburb located just north of Pasadena in the foothills of the Angeles National Forest. As we've seen, many in the area have been critical about the lack of fire department response, and across the world, everybody seems to be pointing fingers at who to blame for the wildfires. However, many locals understand that the magnitude of these fires is unprecedented, and that firefighters and first responders are doing everything they can to keep the fire contained, which is particularly difficult due to the state's crippling water
It's sad,
crisis,
but
a
it's
situation
frustrating
that,
at
by
the
all
same
measures,
time,
is a
dude.
direct result of climate change, overconsumption, and corporate greed. Many people don't know this, but LA and San Diego have been out of water for years, and now purchase most of their fresh water from privatized corporations, like the Wonderful Company, owned by a billionaire couple called the Resnicks, who systematically export drinking water from agricultural counties like Kern and Imperial. This practice has already caused devastating ecological and health impacts on communities like Bombay Beach, California, which we plan to cover in an upcoming video.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
I don't know. It all depends on if they can save the seed.
But back to Altadena.
Everybody stretched thin from the Palisade fire to the Eaton fire here on the east side of Pasadena, over by the museum, the Silmar fire, 210. So it's already, everybody's already stretched thin and trying to cover all these hot spots. It's like, which way do you go?
Yeah.
So, I commend firefighters and first responders, everybody stretched
Is
thin.
it
We're all
not
trying
possible to
help
outsource?
the
Like I
best
know
way
they
we
have
can. Stuff
like
like this. There's no way to
let's say the
prevent it
guard
because how
and
can you prepare for it?
stuff like
how
that,
can you
but
prepare for it? And once the winds picked up, the embers traveled, and then the power lines going, one little ember plus high winds, just the smallest little fuel source. It's just sparked, whether it's leaves, canopies, you know, from easy ups, anything like that. Everything just went up.
Like many others, this concerned citizen that we talked to decided to take matters into his own hands and stay put to protect his neighborhood, despite evacuation orders issued by the city.
Me, I was born and raised here, my childhood home, so I did everything I could to save it. We're a pretty tight-knit community. My next door neighbors, we all grew up with each other since we were kids. A lot of my buddies are, you know, coming through with supplies and generators. We managed to save, you know, my dad's house, next door neighbor, and these 4 houses. With the help of some other guys, you know, we wet all the roofs, the floors.
Got the fires out first. The fires started over here, and then my son and I, we just kept the water and kept all the ambers from jumping from house to house. So
we managed to save some houses on the back street, Navarro. We managed to save those with water hoses. We managed to survive, but you know, unfortunate for my other neighbors.
Real hero. I mean,
you know, all this
some
stuff is
heroes
gone.
don't wear capes.
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts. Just gone. Nobody deserves it.
While some people were able to stay back and protect their homes from catching on fire, others followed city orders and evacuated, with the hopes that they'd get lucky and their house would be spared. However, most people in Altadena did not get so lucky. As you walk through the neighborhood uphill toward Angeles National Forest, nearly every structure is destroyed, aside from a select few. Here's an interview with the recently evacuated family who returned home to find their house burnt to the ground.
Oh my
This is a very
God.
emotional interview, so viewer discretion is advised.
Fuck. And these are regular families too. Like, it is hard in today's economy to be a house owner. And imagine, oh fuck, man, I just
Is this your house?
Yeah. We were here for over 40 years.
40 years, man.
Now it's
Just
all gone. We had to evacuate early this morning about 3:30. There was no, well, we saw the fires, but we didn't think, you know, that it was going to reach this low. We were just able to leave with whatever we had on and, you know, a little bit of clothes, but not really. We lost everything. Everything we had in the house. Pictures, memories, everything's gone. We don't know what we're gonna do now.
what
So
the
was
fuck,
it the embers
man?
coming from the mountain caused some of the houses?
Yes, because last night it was about, I don't know, 5 o'clock when we saw the fire, or a friend, her sister drove by Eden Canyon and she took a video and she told us, so, but we didn't think anything of it until we started seeing that the fire started moving, you know, quickly. But we didn't think, you know, that it was gonna come down this far, you know. But we just got up and left around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
So about 12 hours ago.
Yeah. And the winds were really, really strong, and it was pitch black. So we, you know, we panicked. So we just got whatever we could, because she has 2 little kids, my 2 little grandsons. We just got whatever we could, and we just left.
What was the most important item you think was in the house?
My mom, my parents.
Do they
passed away,
have
so their pictures,
like shelters
their
in
pictures, her
like
ba-
outer
you know, her
cities
kids'
or
pictures.
outer
I mean, but
nearby
that's the least, you know,
states
of our
or
problems.
whatever?
You know, we got out alive.
Like,
and
where
we're
do you
okay,
go
You know,
when
Aside from that, do y'all have insurance or anything like that?
No, we don't. We rented it. We didn't own the house, but we rented. But still, you know, we lost everything. We don't know what we're gonna do now.
That's
It'll take
even
us time
worse.
to
That's
pick up
even
and,
worse,
you know, start
right?
over, but
Like, if
it's gonna be hard.
If somebody wanted to donate to you to, you know, offer you some help and some aid during a moment like this, is there any?
because at
way
least
that
with
someone could
insurance,
do that?
they
Like,
won't
you have
cover
Zelle or something
everything,
like
but
that?
they will cover a couple
we
things.
have Zelle
But
that are connected to my husband's phone number. Mine is through email. It's L_Espinoza68@yahoo.com. Anybody that wants to help is deeply appreciated.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
wow. I see shit like this, honestly, and it makes me very sad, right? It breaks my heart, but it also fucking pisses me off. Like, why are people so greedy? You know, why is it so underprepared for these types of situations? Why do we wait till it's too late to act and set things in place, right? Yeah, well, actually, I know the answer. It's money. It's money. As I say, I have you in my thoughts. I would say I would have you in my prayers, but I don't believe in that. Like, honestly, this I know there's people that cling on to their beliefs, and if you find solace in that, all power to you. But me personally, I see shit like this, and it's hard for me to even believe in a higher power, because it's like, if you do exist, why is shit like this happening? Why is shit like this happening? Why is there so much misery in the world and greed? I don't get it. And I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's they have a scapegoat. Oh, it's the devil and this and blah blah blah." No, it's not. It's life. It's life. Okay, but I do hope everyone is safe. Everyone. I don't know. It's such a fucked up situation.